All right, we've got the final limited time series for the current version 7.6, and it is depending on which car you won in the race day event. This may be either Ford GT for you, or if you went with the Ford in race day, this would be limited time series for the Ferrari, the 488 GTE Evo, right? So in my case, at least for this one, I mean, at the end of the day, the cost should be the same. I believe I don't see any reason why the actual event would have any different races. So I'm assuming it's gonna be identical, but I'll double check. Anyway, so here's the final limited time series. I'm assuming that this is gonna cost the same too, like 375 gold to upgrade this car's PR high enough. What they published, they are saying, well, first of all, this limited time series is running till the 25th of November. So that is Monday, right? And if you're on the Western Hemisphere, that would be Sunday 24th. So once again, check your calendar and plan accordingly. All right, so PR requirement to win this car is for the Ford. They say it's 88.9. Of course, this car, if you get 3 upgrades across the board, your PR would go up to 89.0. So, that's most likely what you're gonna need. If you are winning or if you're going for Ferrari, they say the PR requirement actually is 89.1, which is the higher PR that you get with that car by getting 3 upgrades across the board. Cost is still the same, so not sure if that makes any difference in this event. So anyway, for GT Le Mans Championship for this video, earn a 2019 Ford GT Le Mans by 100% completing this special limited time series. The usual message. Since its return and triumphant victory in the 2016 24 Hours of Le Mans, GT has proven to be a consistently formidable competitor on the track. Right. Anyway, so here's the breakdown of 75 gold reward. And unlike the race day event, I doubt that we're gonna be able to win any gold with racing dollar upgrades alone. So, but we'll confirm. So let's jump to the end quickly and find out what we can. All right. So base PR 79.2, right? And then the final tier, we got Cup at Hockenheim Grand Prix. And it's gonna be 4-lapper. And the PR requirement is 88.9. All right, so far so good. And let's see if the upgrade cost is gonna be the same as well. It should be, because it was the same when I ran through in the race day for this car on my other account. So we already know you need 3 upgrades across the board to meet the PR requirement. But just for the sake of video, we'll do it real quick. While I'm at it, I'll just tell you how much this first tier racing dollar should cost you. It's first of all 12-hour wait on these, and the cost is combined cost of all 7 upgrades. It's going to be 770,500 racing dollars. And when you get them all done, that should give us a boost of 3.2 PR point, I think. So we're starting at 79.2. and it brings it up to 82.4. So yeah, that is 3.2, isn't it? All right, and then let's check the tier 4. And I have a feeling we don't meet the PR requirement because it's gonna have PR. Oh, actually, it does meet the PR requirement exactly, which means with the first tier racing dollars, you can claim that 8 gold reward. So that's not for nothing. So they're being surprisingly generous. 8 gold. But hey, that's better than none, right? But obviously, we're not gonna get any further than that because tier 7, in order to claim the 50% completion reward, you need 84.2. So obviously, we need those second tier upgrades. So let's check that. So what's 65 for engine, right? And 60 for drivetrain, 48 for body, suspension 55. So yeah, that's good to know that we can still win. Not 10 gold. Remember, on the race day event, we were able to complete 2 stages. First 2 stages with racing dollar upgrades alone, and each of the first 2 stages had the reward of 5 each, right? 5 gold. So we were able to actually win 10 gold from race day event, but through the limited time series, we're gonna win 8 gold if you only are interested in picking up a few gold. So if you ran through a couple of stages with racing dollar upgrades alone in race day, you picked up 10 there. Here you pick up another 8, even if you decide not to win either car. So that's something, right? Anyway, and the second tier upgrades bring your PR up to 85.7. So that's 3.3 PR point boost, as we know from before. And that should get us through tier 10, I think. Let's see. 85.9 is a PR record. So we actually get through tier 9, and tier 10 is where we're going to get stuck. And of course, that's where we need the final set of third tier upgrades. So second tier upgrades, total cost, once again, 375 gold, 75 of which we do get back. So anyway, third tier racing dollar upgrades, 1 day R&D time. And the total cost for third tier is going to be 1,733,700 what am I saying? 1,733,700 racing dollars. Yeah, I know. Or as they say, if you have to know, you cannot afford it. One of those things with the racing dollars. So, with the third and final upgrades we're gonna need, we should reach the PR requirement, 89.0, yes. And of course, what we need is 88.9, so that meets the PR requirement. So now let's check out the series itself. We got speed record at Melbourne to start off. Beginning, even when it's not, even in critical condition, Melbourne speed record typically not too difficult if you train your bots right. And let's see, Hunter at Dubai Hill. All right, so those are all full lap event. And then the cup is going to be at Daytona Road Course, single lap. Of course, no PR requirement for tier 1. And tier 2, we got endurance at Red Bull Ring National, head to head at Silverstone International. So that's a lap. All right. And then cup is going to be at Bugatti Circuit, 2 laps with the PR requirement of 80.9. So as always, need to get those first tier 12-hour upgrades done rather quickly. And then tier 3, we got a drag race. So early tier, we'll see how much of a challenge that's gonna be, but the trend has been I don't know. It didn't seem like it's gonna pose too much of a challenge nowadays. So I don't think that's gonna be an issue. Elimination at Hockenheim National. Well, I guess the question is, yeah, by the time you get to tier 3, most likely your car's gonna be in red. And then Cup for tier 3 is gonna be at Mazda Raceway. What's the PR requirement? It is 81.6, 2 laps. All right, tier 4. All right, the 25% completion tier. We got Autocross at Melbourne, the other Australian circuit, Bathurst, Mount Panorama. Right. Speed Snap at Berlin, and the Cup is going to be at Suzuka East, 4 laps. And as we checked earlier, it is doable with Racing Dollar upgrades alone, because it is exactly the 82.4. The PR is what we get with that first setup Racing Dollar upgrades. So that is a welcome news for those who cannot afford to win this car right away. At least you can pick up 8 gold and get to test drive the car with just Racing Dollar. So that's not bad. Moving on to tier 5, we got Hunter at Silverstone Grand Prix. So that's a full lap. Head to head at Spa, that's gonna be a full lap. And then the Cup is gonna be at Monza Road Course. I'm assuming 2 laps again. Right. And of course, now the PR is up to 83. So you're gonna need those gold upgrades. And they're all more expensive than any rewards that we're getting from this point on. So yes, once you invest gold into this car, you might as well go all the way to win it. All right, so budget accordingly. 375 up front. You're gonna need more or less. All right, tier 6, we got endurance at 24-hour circuit, autocross at Catalunya Grand Prix, and the Cup at Brands Hatch, 5 laps, and the PR requirement is 83.6. All right, tier 7, we got drag race. So it's a drag race. We'll see how that goes. Would we need to service the car? Possibly, most likely. Then we got elimination at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit. This car, fast enough to hit the first corner within first 20 seconds. So even in red, we should be able to complete elimination. And then Cup is going to be at the Circuit of the Americas National Circuit. 3 laps with the Cup, the PR requirement of 84.2. Moving on to tier 8, we got head-to-head at Mount Panorama, single lap. Hunter at Monza Junior course, so that's going to be a quick one. And then Cup for tier 8 is going to be at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix, 3 laps with the PR requirement of 84.8. Right. Tier 9, Speed Snap at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit, Endurance at Silverstone Bridge Grand Prix. Yeah, if you're training your bots, all the endurance, each time you hit, you have an endurance race, the target distance should be decreasing if you're training your bots right. That's pretty much how you can tell. If it's staying the same, then obviously you're not really training your bots all that hard. Or if it's increasing, then you are racing. So good for you. I'd much rather do that after I win the car. So my primary goal initially when I'm running through these series is to win the car. And you know what? I may play dirty. I may play kind of slow. But you know what? If I can win the car with the least amount of resources spent, that is good for me. All right. We get plenty of opportunities to run fast, like weekly time trial. I'm trying to get into the top ranks, but that's super hard. But so those I get my plenty of share to race hard. So for these, take it easy, Anyway, Tier 9, the Cup at Catalunya National, 4 laps. PR requirement is 85.4. All right, Tier 10, we got Autocross at Hockenheim Short, speed record at Indianapolis Speedway Road Course, and Cup is gonna be at Dubai International, 3 laps with the PR requirement of 85.9. All right, so the speed record at the Brickyard, if your car is unserviced, sometimes that can require you to service the car. We'll see how it happens. Either that or you have to train your bots like a while. So, not sure if I have the patience to wait that long and, lose that many times. We'll see, depending on what kind of mood I'm in, right? Anyway, Tier 11. This is the one that you gotta get past in order to claim the 75% completion reward. Elimination to start off at the Red Bull Ring Grand Prix. And head-to-head at the motorcycle course of Daytona, single lap. And then the Cup is gonna be a 24-hour circuit, single lap though, surprisingly, with a PR requirement of 86.5. So with Countach, we had 2 laps at 24-hour circuit, but with the actual proper Le Mans car, we're getting just 1 lap. Figures, right? All right, moving on to Tier 12. Endurance at Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix. Hunter at Dynamic Circuit of Leipzig Circuit. And the Cup is going to be at Spa, 2 laps with the PR requirement of 87.1. Right. And then Tier 13, Autocross at Melbourne, Elimination at Brands Hatch, and the Cup is going to be at Mount Panorama, 3 laps with the PR requirement of 87.6. Tier 14, Speed Snap at Mazda Raceway, Speed Record at Berlin, and neither of which I don't think will give us much trouble, even in critical condition. Anyway, the Cup is going to be a Suzuka Grand Prix, 3 laps with the PR requirement of 88.3. And finally, Tier 15. We got head-to-head at Nürburgring Grand Prix. It's going to be a single lap, yep. And we have a drag race at the end, so I'm afraid we may need to service the car before the final delivery of the car, more or less, because I am pretty certain the Cup, we should be able to do it while the car is in critical condition at Hockenheim Grand Prix. 4 laps with the PR requirement, as we checked earlier, 88.9, just below what we can get with 3 upgrades across the board for the cost of 375 gold, 75 of which we get back, so the net cost 300. Right, so there you have it, the quick rundown of the series, upgrade scheme, cost. So hope you guys find the information useful, and we'll see you I guess in the playthrough video. So stay tuned. I might actually do just kind of a quick overview for Ferrari as well. We'll see how that goes, because if first of all, is it necessary? It's gonna be the same, So maybe if you don't see the overview, you would know it's more or less the same. If you do see, then you know there's something funky about that one. So stay tuned. All right, take care, guys.